Reichard ready to get us started.
And off we go from Tampa.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Tatum. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Second down and 4.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Operating from the gun, Tatum. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 33, here's second down and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Tatum. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw. Tatum steps away to his left.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Tatum. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Kicking team.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Dickerson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now a first carry here for their running back.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. Operating from the gun. Dickerson got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Dickerson to the right side into the hands of Flowers. And the Giants are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Operating from the gun. Dickerson forced, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tatum throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
At the 38-yard line.
Off play action. Tatum. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Tatum. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Giants' 43-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Tatum under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Tatum. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Looking to throw. Tatum. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw. Tatum. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are once again back in front. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And this is not going to wind up
Free kick
anywhere
out of
near the
bounds.
landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Looking to throw. Dickerson. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, New York.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And running with power here.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Now Flowers on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 25. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Dickerson rolling to his left. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Throwing to start the drive. Tatum. That is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Tatum. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Tatum. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dickerson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Dickerson. Throw caught by Flowers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Back to throw again. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Dickerson. Touchdown! Zay Flowers from 10 yards out.
And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Tatum. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead. And the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. And that flag accepted. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now the first carry here for the running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tatum. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra,
Automatic first down.
that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Over the middle, it's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
the play fake. Tatum. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Mcfl Tb in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began. And the running back, absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Operating from the gun. Tatum. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Tatum
able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw them break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Back to throw. Tatum. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Off play action. Tatum. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Operating from the gun. Dickerson able to shake him off. He fights him off. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 5.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Looking to throw. Dickerson.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Dickerson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They go play action here on first down.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dickerson.
And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll try and run for it.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Off the play fake. Dickerson. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Tatum. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
2nd down and inches. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dickerson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Tatum. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Tatum. And this one's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tatum.
That's taken in by Palmer.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Tatum.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the gun on 3rd down, Tatum. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Deonte Banks in the right spot there to break it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bucks down by 2 touchdowns. 1:46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Tatum. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Here's second and a yard.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They'll come up now on second down.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they'll indeed take a knee. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they